Microsoft is currently completely freaking out because it appears as if somebody has managed to leak the future plans of Xbox, and it sounds like Game Pass is about to die. At least the current form of Xbox Game Pass is getting a rebrand, and probably stuff is going to change for sure. But let's take a look at the leaks and talk about the impact that this lack of Xbox focus is going to have on the industry. Hi, I'm DreamcastGuy. If you could, give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So here is what has the internet completely going ballistic right now. Now, I did manage to find a bunch of tweets before they got deleted. This was accidentally posted by GameStop. Come to our stores for Xbox Demo Day, which is coming up here on Monday, and it says you can check out the newest Xbox games and explore the benefits of Microsoft Game Pass. Now, anybody who knows anything knows that, of course, the name of it is Xbox Game Pass. Even when you're playing it on PC or playing it on your phone, it's still called Xbox Game Pass for PC or for cloud. This is the first time we're seeing Microsoft Game Pass. So these three words have people completely freaking out because it definitely conveys the end of the current Xbox brand. The fact that it's very obvious that they want to change it from, Xbox games to maybe Xbox Game Studios instead of Xbox Game Pass, Microsoft Game Pass. Now, this tweet got deleted because everybody clearly was not supposed to talk about Microsoft Game Pass. And people are understandably I think people are upset. Now, I do want to briefly talk about the fact that some Xbox fanboys are going completely insane. People talking about how they haven't slept in days. I've seen pictures and videos of people smashing their Xboxes or claiming they're going to leave the internet. I think some of this stuff is obviously way too far, but I understand the frustration because, think about it. When you buy a console, whether it is the Xbox or the PlayStation or the Nintendo Switch, you're betting on the future. You're basically saying, this is going to be the spot where I game for the next 4, 5, or 10 years, and so you're kind of hoping, okay, is Halo going to be great? Is Hellblade going to be awesome? Or on the other side of the fence, is Zelda going to be good? Or God of War Ragnarok thankfully turned out to be good. I understand people's frustrations because if you spend $500 on your system and it turns out that they just give up on it, if it just gets cooked, that's understandably going to piss you off. But I think it's interesting looking at a lot of the takes from the most die-hard professional Xbox YouTubers. This is Destin Legary, who's a host of one of the biggest Xbox podcasts and does a lot of video content on YouTube talking about the nature of Xbox and Microsoft. He did a lot of coverage of the FTC investigations and stuff, and he basically said, I think they're going to call it Xbox Everywhere. This is going to be the new slogan. I don't think the consoles are going to die. He's looked at the FTC leaks. Clearly, they have aspirations to make more streaming systems and maybe another Xbox in the distant future. But this is the end of the console war. There is only going to be PlayStation. Nintendo has their own separate audience. They have definitely a very diehard, very profitable audience, but the idea of Xbox versus PlayStation has come to an end. Now, some people are very mad about the Xbox people that are understanding of this. Come on, man. You need some Xbox loyalty. I keep seeing this term specifically, Xbox loyalty. That even though it turns out that Phil Spencer lied, a lot of Phil Spencer's talks over the course of this last 6 years, he's been talking a lot about the idea of making it the best place to play. Xbox will have the best exclusives, the coolest games. Now it turns out they're going to have no exclusives, and even if they are getting good games, you can play them pretty much anywhere. People seem to be a bit upset about this, and the typical response I've seen is this: just play games anywhere you can. I'd play Skyrim on a fridge if I could. I keep looking at a lot of these Destin tweets because not only is he a professional commentator on this, but he is a guy who's probably put in hundreds of thousands of hours on the Xbox personally. So his take, watching him pretty much abandon the Xbox, to me, It's a fascinating move that Xbox pivots, and a lot of fans are basically going, well, we have to keep up. If that's where the Xbox games are going, that's where we're going to go. I feel like Xbox has been headed this way for a long time. A year or so ago, we talked about Game Pass on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5. Full-priced releases on other platforms is good for customers and Xbox's bottom line. Xbox everywhere doesn't seem that bad to me. Now, this is the part of it that I feel like some people are kind of overlooking, which is the fact that Xbox is not as profitable as a lot of us kind of think about. You know, like, even though obviously Microsoft is huge, Microsoft has literally trillions of dollars, but Microsoft, when it comes to Xbox, is an itty-bitty piece of the pie. When we actually look at sales and profitability of different consoles, it's clear that not only is Sony way in the lead of just dollars earned, but what's interesting to me is the fact that Microsoft has never really been making that much in general off the Xbox. Even during their most profitable periods of the Xbox 360 and stuff, it's obvious that the idea of Xbox has always been just to boost the value of Microsoft. Their shareholders just care about having a physical box in your house. It makes their company more valuable, the fact that they have something they can sell at Best Buy. But what's interesting to me is that this pivot of Microsoft Game Pass, I think this is being done by the shareholders. I don't think that Phil Spencer wants to do this. The game developers, a lot of these people, it sounds like, aren't really super on board with it. Apparently, according to a lot of the leaks and stuff, there has been an internal struggle between people that are at Xbox and want to be Xbox exclusive, whereas there's the studios that were bought by Xbox and now are being forced to be Xbox exclusive. There have been some talks that certain people at Bethesda were not exactly pleased when they were told that their games were going to be played by less people. That even if they end up making the biggest, craziest version of Elder Scrolls 6, saying, hey, it's only going to exist on the worst selling console, and to PC gamers, a lot of people just obviously weren't super pleased by that. A lot of experts, though, are kind of chiming in on this and saying, hey, this will make more money. This will generate a ton of cash. But is that really the goal? This is fascinating to me because as a person who's owned every Xbox console and played all the best exclusives on every Xbox console, it's weird to see them just come out and say, we give up. We failed. We just want to make as much cash as possible. I don't think there's going to be another Xbox. I really think there may be some revisions of the Xbox Series X and S. I think there may be something else for the rest of this console generation. But personally, I do think that they're going to just become the next Sega. They're just going to sell their games, no matter how big or how glorious or how multiplayer focused, to anybody because it's free profit. It's an odd spot to be in, but what do you guys think about this? Are you at all completely blown away by this pivot? Does this seem to make logical sense? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, and please, if you could, keep dreaming. And like the video, and subscribe. Did I say that? Xbox. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.